So, before we get into it today, I just want to mention I have a story on this one. So, I was already planning earlier last week to do Armello this week after having a couple matches with Credden on Saturday, right? In between then and now, I've played a few other scrap games just to fully adjust to the systems, fully understand what the hell I'm doing. Then, at about Thursday, Credden and I get to talking a bit about life stuffs. He mentions, "Oh hey, Armello's on sale this weekend, and so is its DLC. You should totally buy in." And I'm like, "Dude, I would love to, but literally just a few hours ago, my monitor decided to go kaput." So unfortunately, I have to pass. I hate that, cause I've come to really like Armello, and chances are it might become a actual staple on the channel, specifically in tandem with orange juice every so often. Just something nice and board game related that's dumb and funny and interesting to look at. We get to talking for a little bit. I explain to him what's been going on lately. I needed a new monitor. It was coming in today. It's come in, so yay. I was able to jury rig it up. It should be fine, hopefully. Oh, for the love of phone. Really, phone? You gotta just ring up like that. Interrupt my recording, interrupt my story. I mean, fine. Whatever. Anyways. I explained to him what's been going on. For me, money is a bit tight because I only a part-time job and I'm trying to find full-time work. Then he pops the question to me, which one of the DLC Armello clans is your favorite? And I'm like, you know what, I kinda like bandits. 5 minutes later, I receive an email, and I'll read it out accordingly. Dear Blake. Bait. Enjoy. He's gifted me the Bandit Clan DLC. I always state time and again that I do this as a hobby. If people enjoy it and want to see me mess around more, by all means, that's fine. I don't exactly take donations. I may in the future. It depends on how things shake out when it gets around to it. But as a result of all this, I feel like I'm contractually obligated to say, today's stream is at least partially sponsored by Credden. God damn it, you glorious bastard, thank you. Legitimately, I plan to use this DLC whenever possible, because I like these characters. Gameplay-wise, design-wise, and honestly, I like this game too. So with that out of the way, Nakamata! My name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist immature, and the name of the game is Regicide. Just gonna start up a CPU game so I can explain how things work, and potentially... yeah, just use Silas. So, Armello is a mandatory 4-player game. Okay, I say mandatory, but you can play with CPUs and friends. As I mentioned, the name of the game is Regicide. From the wolf to bear, the clans declare the time has come to take the throne. For rot's creeping, it twists our king. Heroes rise, save Armello.
Armello will always be mine.
The game's time limit is 9 days. In that time, every dawn, the king will lose 1 HP. Every dusk, the king will gain corruption. And out of these 3, I've got to pick fight with spirit. Honestly, I'll take a fighting challenge. Each turn, we get a few things that we have to worry about. Every character has 4 unique stats. Fight, which is their offensive capability. Body, which is their health, defensive capability. Wits is the amount of resources you'll have available in cards. I guess that'd be worth it. And lastly, Spirit, which is your magical potential. We'll get into magic eventually, but for now, let's just proceed with our turn. Every character starts with 3 AP. You move to a space, you burn 1 AP. And immediately that makes bank. There is 2 exceptions to the 1 move, 1 AP thing, and those are mountainous terrain, which requires 2 AP in order to venture into, and the King's Castle, which we'll get to that. Meantime, the main objective of Armello is to complete one of 4 tasks, all of which revolve around Regicide, in some way, shape, or form. The first is simply to clear your objectives, race to the castle, and kill the king. Sounds simple at first, it's not, because the king has a lot of important equipment at his disposal, as we can see here. You need to be very well prepared and well stocked in order to properly fight him. That means going out, adventuring, finding items to equip, hopefully, and slowly building up your strength. 2. Every dusk, a spirit stone will spawn out one of the ruins, provided one has been claimed each turn. You'll want to collect 4 of these and bring them to the castle. After doing so and starting a battle with the king, you'll win instantly. 3. Gain more corruption, or rot, than the king currently has, and start a battle with them. Again, the king's corruption increases by 1 after every dusk, so that means you gotta stack up a lot in order to properly rival it. Usually anywhere above 8 or 9 corruption would be enough to properly tackle him, but it depends on how quickly you can build it. And the 4th objective is to wait all the time, have the king die from natural causes, remember, he loses 1 HP every dawn, and have the most prestige. Prestige is gained a variety of different ways, including completing objectives. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, just roll. That's 1. Fuck. So what happened right there? When I went onto the mountains, there was a trap. These various traps are usually marked by banners like this. These traps also go by another name, and that name is... I forget, actually. Apparel, sorry. When you get up to apparel, you have to roll a number of dice, and then try to match symbols to it. If you match all of them, then you disarm the peril and get to move about your day. I wasn't able to, so I have to suffer its effect. Actually, no, wait, I have the most money, so that's a bad idea. Actually, who has the least amount of money? You've got... Seriously, you start with favor? God damn. 6 gold, 1 gold, 4 gold. Actually, it might be for the better to ruin his cash flow. Sure. At that, it's also gonna get me another card soon, so that might be for the better. Take a dungeon. Ooh! That's really good. And there's a battle right there. Since it's CPUs, we can't exactly see it. But... wow! This Barnaby. How battles usually work is... when a player tries to go onto the same space as a unit that's already on that space, they'll try to fight. The fight stat determines how many initial dice that they have to roll, and usually that can be modified by equipment. Mostly weapons, but there are some exceptions.
Yes, an excellent choice.
I'm fine with that. Actually, come to think of it, there's Town's Guard right there. And if it moves the right way, I can actually get a benefit to my character. Damn it. I'll take an item. Sure. At least for now, it's some... God damn it, that's not what I meant to click. Oh well. Let's pause the explanation on combat, because... quests. Every character has 4 quests to accomplish. 3 of them are randomly placed about the map, and you need to navigate to them, and you're given a choice. You can take a safe option, which will give you a fixed benefit that you'll just permanently have, or you could take a risk, where you will still get that benefit, but you can also gain something additional. In this case, an apprentice, which is a follower that will reduce the cost of magic spells. However, this is luck-based, usually determined by the stat that's being tested. In my case, fight. Fuck. Since I failed it, I lose 1 health, but still clear the quest. At that, we could set up another quest. Probably... none of these are great, so you know what? Let's try going Spellstones. And apparently Barnaby got killed. Let's take an item. Ooh! That could be useful. I have a decent spell. Let's take another item. Oh. That's not great. That's actually kind of terrible. Although, I don't think I'll need money as much, so let's get rid of the torch. Take up Spellstone. And over there's my objective. I should probably fight one of the King's Guard. This will give me a couple opportunities to explain things. 1. Unless you have a way to benefit from it, don't fight the King's Guard. Silas has a way to inherently benefit from it. Because the King's Guard has some very dangerous equipment. Specifically, an arm that will take away one of your dice to use, and give them an additional die. And 0 damage, of course. There's a reason why I did that. And that's specifically because it makes me wanted. Right, but as for how combat works, players roll dice in accordance to their fight stat, plus all modifiers of equipment. The amount of swords you roll will determine how many times you get to attack, and each attack is worth a value of 1. Meanwhile, every shield you roll is a value of 1 defense. There are 2 exceptions to this. 1, an explode is always another attack option, and will also reroll the die. And 2, there are 2 dice faces that are sun and moon. One of those will explode during the day, one of those will explode during the night. The other will count as an automatic miss. Of course, I have Hero's Shield, which means anytime I miss of the opposite, then it counts as defense. That's very dense.
And so it is.
All heroes gain stealth. Oh boy. Right, so the reason why I attacked the King's Guard, I'm playing a specific character. The Bandit Clan DLC has some fairly unusual stipulations. My current character... every character has a unique special ability. In my case... Really? Ooh, that's actually pretty good. In my case, my ability is Butcher. For every level of bounty that I've got, then I get 1 additional sword, which is an attack in battle. When I'm fighting a King's Guard, these attacks will always pierce. Meanwhile, my opponent's, Barnaby is the Tinkerer. Whenever he equips an item and overwrites equipment that he currently has, so let's say he played something over this battle armor, then he would regain the initial cost of the original card. So in this case, he would regain 3 gold, and then spend that 3 gold on the next item that goes over it, if possible. Sana is a priestess. When fighting a corrupted creature, she'll use her spirit to attack instead of her fight stat. And her spirit is actually really big. And lastly, Twiss, Pickpocket. Twiss always evades combat except for in the palace. Upon escape, Twiss gets to steal a card from her opponent. So, in general, it's a bad idea to fight her. Characters also gain a specific affinity, either Night Clan or Day Clan. This means when you initiate combat during that time of day, then you gain an additional die. In my case, the night. And if I remember correctly, there are 2 people there, so... probably wreck you quick. I've got 5 HP. There isn't another spellstone around. So let's take this town. And see about killing this King's Guard. Hopefully. That's 2 guaranteed damage. And I'll delete that card so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Perfect defense. Characters can also gain benefits from specific starting equipment that you can either mostly earn by playing characters and getting better at the game. In my case, I have a generic equipment, Soak, which increases my HP by 1, and the Serendibite Ring. This ring, instead of making me lose prestige when I kill King's Guards, allows me to gain prestige and additional money. I might just go full fighter at this point. Okay, so you're there. You're trying to attack me. Way to go, Twist. I don't have any cards, lol. Here's the thing about an evading character. Actually, no, wait. It's when they're attacked. Okay. So, provided I have enough attack power to break their guard, I'll deal HP damage. When a hero runs out of HP, they're killed and sent to their clan grounds. Wow, you are having a bad day, Twist. And you're probably going around